Virat Kohli has announced his retirement from Test cricket, and with it ends one of the most intense and iconic chapters in Indian cricket. A journey that spanned 123 matches, 9,230 runs, 30 centuries, and countless moments that defined an era. Kohli made his Test debut in June 2011 against the West Indies in Kingston. A promising young ODI batter at the time, his Test career took a few innings to settle, but once it did, there was no looking back. Across 14 years, Kohli became not just one of India's greatest batters, but also one of the fiercest leaders the format has ever seen. Let's take a look at Virat Kohli's Test career in numbers. Kohli retires as India's fourth highest run scorer in Test cricket behind only Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid and Sunil Gavaskar. He also finishes as India's seventh most capped Test cricketer. His most prolific opposition, well, Australia. In 30 Tests against the Aussies, Kohli scored 2,232 runs, including 9 centuries, his highest against any single nation. He also crossed 1,000 runs against England, South Africa, West Indies and Sri Lanka, showing a remarkable consistency across conditions. Kohli's dominance wasn't restricted at home conditions also. He thrived across continents. At home, he scored 4,336 runs at an average of 55.58 with 14 centuries. But he also scored over 1,500 runs in Australia and over 1,000 in England, showcasing his technique and temperament in testing conditions. Kohli's peak year came between 2016 and 2018. In those 3 seasons, he crossed 1,000 Test runs each year, with 2018 being his finest, 1,322 runs in 13 Tests, including 500s and 550s. That year, he was named the ICC Test Cricketer of the Year. His highest Test score came in 2019, an unbeaten 254 against South Africa in Pune, one of the 7 double centuries he scored as captain, the most by any Indian captain in Test history. Kohli's role as a batter was only the half story. In 2014, he took over as India's full-time Test captain. What followed was one of the most successful captaincy reign in Indian cricket. 68 matches, 40 wins, 58.82% win rate. He is India's most successful and most capped Test captain. Under him, India rose to number 1 ranking, reached the inaugural World Test Championship final and recorded their first ever Test series win in Australia during the 2018-19 Border Gavaskar Trophy. Kohli's leadership style wasn't conventional. He was fiery, he was aggressive and he was unapologetically expressive. But behind that fire was a deep respect for Test cricket. In fact, Kohli often spoke about how whites meant more to him than any other jersey. For him, Test cricket was the most special format. His intensity raised standards, fitness, fielding, fast bowling depth, areas India improved drastically under his watch. Even in decline, Kohli remained a competitor. He scored a century in his final full Test season in 2024, and though his numbers dipped, his passion never did. Kohli's farewell wasn't on the field, but in a heartfelt social media post where he thanked the game for shaping him. In his words, there's something deeply personal about playing in whites. The quiet grind, the long days, the small moments no one sees, but that stays with you forever. In the end of a remarkable Test career, a career filled with ambition, numbers and belief, a career that made Test cricket cool again for a new generation. Virat Kohli, cap number 269, signs off from Test cricket with a legacy a few can only match.